I feel like I was dedicated to Seth's level when I was in London because I was doing pods at like 1 a.m., but he's kind of showing us all up.
So Seth is landing at an airport and then making his way to a house and then going to immediately get on this pod any second whenever he lands. I mean, lands at his house. The airplane has landed.
Correct.
People use that as slang, like, oh, when's Seth landing? Meaning, like, when's he arriving?
They say it at his show all the time. I'm sure Shoemaker says it all the time.
Yeah, Shoemaker's like, Seth landed.
Seth landing. And then he doesn't even read anything. He just reads it cold.
Don't look in his fucking eyes or you're fired.
Am I done yet? Oh, I gotta go to Martha's Vineyard.
Nobody comment on his fucking shirt or you're fucking gone. Seth's almost here. Seth's landed. Seth.
Oh my God, he's so pissed. He had too many daiquiris at the World Cup.
POTUS has landed.
He's fucking pissed. Oh, shit. My Spanish teacher was, I think, unimpressed with my Spanish last week, Keith. That's right. I have a Spanish teacher.
A current one?
Yeah, dog. I take Spanish.
Wow, you're trying to better yourself?
Yeah.
At this age?
Yeah, I'm always trying to, like, you can teach an old dog new tricks till the cows come home, as they say.
I love that movie, Old Dogs. It's all about that.
Yeah, that's right. And wild hogs, too. Same thing.
Yeah.
Old dogs, wild hogs. That's what this podcast is all about.
So we could either do We'll Kill You.
Sure.
Or I texted into our little group chat the Nintendo Cartoon Hour I thought could be fun.
Yo, bro, I don't check that text chain.
Yeah, I noticed when you were 15 minutes late and I was sitting here after I had rushed through dinner with my family.
He said
and I texted you.
I love that this pod has just been complaining about how...
And I texted you 8 minutes before 9 going, are you going to be on time? And instead I sat down to dinner, ate for 5 minutes, went, I'm so sorry, I got to get upstairs, and then sat here talking to Jeff and Kevin for 15 minutes.
Did I ever say that 9 was going to work?
Yes, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock was said over and over.
Okay, but then Seth said 9:15, so, you know... I moved the...
No.
I was like, that'll move the chains.
He said, I'll join you guys when I get in. And I said, okay, so Jorm, are you still set for 9 or do you need more time?
And what did I respond?
Made it as easy as it could be.
And what
Nothing.
did I say?
Nothing.
There you go. Nothing.
Exactly. It's rude to my time.
Okay, can I go to bat for Andy, though, real quick?
Andy.
Yeah, he is right. Like, I mean, it's so boring to hear about a guy complain about when we're going to do the pod. But he was right. Last week was crazy, and this week equally so, which is sort of like...
Well, this week he just said he couldn't do it from the jump.
I like to say that we're freeballing this pod. You know what I mean?
That is something you say, and we all applaud you for it. We go, wow, how cool to use that slang.
Oh, that archaic slang.
That new slang, but apply it to this? Does that even work?
Oh, my God. What was...
Jorm, I'm raw-dogging the pod right now.
What does that mean?
It means I'm not looking at my phone.
Jesus
I'm not secretly watching like the Dodger game or something on another TV. I'm just raw-dogging it. Fully focused.
You're mentally raw-dogging this pod.
Yeah, just, it's rough. I'm just raw-dogging it right now.
But you guys, it's hard nowadays to not raw-dog anything. I mean, you know, I'm watching fucking Widow's Bay while playing Link Tears of the Kingdom.
That's how it was meant to be watched.
Hey, when
that creepy clown is crawling at you, you're not even knowing.
I'm like, yo, that's interesting to me.
That would be cool, but you know what? I just got another big old chest, and in it there was
okay, let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
You put so much fucking time and energy. Like, they color corrected that shit on probably a gigantic screen, really caring about every moment. I think they shoot that show on film. It looks beautiful. Did Hero do that? I think he did the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's really well done.
So well done.
But you know what? Tears of the Kingdom.
Simultaneously.
Thousands of artists worked tirelessly for a decade to create that. Who worked harder?
I don't know about thousands, but certainly hundreds.
Tears of the Kingdom ultimately was a bigger project.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
More people put their time into.
So you're saying I'm just honoring more people. I go with quantity over quality.
No, or quality. I mean, you're
quality over quality.
You're honoring the work, but when forced with a Sophie's Choice, they're both going to be on at the same time. That's a given.
Yeah.
You can't do one then the other. So where's your eyeball going to be?
Can I compliment Andy again?
Yeah, please.
The Barney I thought was pretty good. I knew he was going to do it.
Of course.
The minute he hopped on and it was just like fucking griping, I was like, here comes Barney.
I'm looking up what camera they shot.
Okay, I'm going to say my favorite Barney line too, which is... And And then he's like, that was non-alcoholic champagne. Look it up, guys. It's the astronaut episode of The Simpsons.
You also inadvertently quoted my favorite line of Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, when he says dooba-da-doopa-doo?
No,
It
no,
begins.
the other half, the latter
Oh.
part of it. Oh, sorry to trigger you and say ladder. It was the other spelling.
Thank you for how quick that was.
Yeah, he says either then it begins or so it begins. It's such a like tip of the cap. It's just so it begins to the bad guy.
No, it's fucking killer.
Yeah. It says they ran. Oh, Christian Sprenger. We know him.
Yeah.
He shot Brigsby Bear.
Wait,
and he shot-
Christian shot fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And he shot a lot of Last Man on Earth. Now, this is according to the fastest thing it pulled up on Google.
Yeah.
Says he ran side-by-side camera tests matching Kodak 5219 film stock against the digital sensor, and that's what they copied. But it was shot on Alexa 35 and Alexa 65.
Dude, they did a great job. That shit looks like film. It's great. Christian Springer, what have you shot with Christian?
I don't know that I ever was the director, but when we did Brigsby Bear, he shot Brigsby Bear.
Oh, that's right.
So I was there on set.
That's right,
and
that's
then
right.
Last Man on Earth, I visited set a bunch, and he was there. He's a very good director of photography.
And I shot one HBO promo thing with...
God, it is so exciting to show up and just hear you guys talking about stuff I have no concept.
We're just talking about a DP that we like.
Yeah, he shot Widow's Bay.
Just weird words. And I want to hear more about it. But can I just say something real quick? First of all, I'm sorry I'm late. But I also want to say, Andy, buddy, I am so sorry. You made some excellent points on last week's episode. And I'm sure Akiva and Jorma have already apologized to you. But I also wanted to give you my sincerest apologies for how we treated you last week. And I'm just glad because we were crystal clear on this week's schedule to have all four of us together again.
The minute that you go to bat for Seth is the minute that I want to rip on Andy. I was going to bat for him a couple times. I said nice things, but now I'm like, fuck that dude. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
Yeah. So he's not here.
He's also not here.
No.
Okay. So he fully just didn't show up this week too. Okay, cool.
No.
Well,
but
it's the
here's
weekend.
what we really learned from his voice note. Doesn't matter what he said. It meant he listened to the pod.
Which is
Yeah,
good.
which is a huge win for us.
Yeah, you
Huge,
know what?
huge.
That's the win.
He could say anything he wanted on there. And I was like, all I'm hearing is you listen to the pod.
Yeah. And he did make it very clear in last week's rant that he wasn't going to be here this week. So,
That's what I mean. Nobody
nobody thought.
can't even be mad about it.
Well, he's honest, so I'll give him that.
were you guys talking about Widow's Bay and how rad that show is and how great it looks?
It's
I hope.
so dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jorma was really complimenting, but he was also saying that he just plays his Switch 2 with Zelda's Tears of the Kingdom on it at the same time because he's,
Well-
he's always on second screen.
Okay,
Oh,
Keith,
double
can I-
screen.
Because he's Gen Alpha, so he's always
Yeah, but can I be honest though?
Double.
Because I think
Yeah.
last week it was revealed that like this pod is a farce, and we just make things up on the fly when I throw to things that don't exist, such as Michael Jackson. I don't do that.
You don't? It was a lie?
I watch Widow's Bay and I fucking pay attention.
Got it.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Too spooky for me.
it is very
Is
spectacular.
it two spooks?
Oh, it's
No, I watch it, but I made the mistake of watching an episode without, I won't say a spoiler, but it was, I won't even say which episode it was because I truly don't want to spoil it.
Oh, we know it.
But it was at like 11 o'clock in the dark in bed.
Hotel? The inn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just made me, and it was not that I was actually scared. It's just the lights are off. Then I turn it off. Then it's time for bed immediately after. And so you don't want that to be the last thing you see before you're trying to fall asleep.
I did text Matthew Reese because we are pals-ish because
So did
Mari
I.
did it.
So did I.
Yeah, and what did he say?
Well, I had a great thing, which is I texted Matthew Reese, but I accidentally sent it to Reese Thomas.
And did Reese take the compliment nicely?
He was like, thank you so much.
No, Reese was like, it took me a minute to figure that out because I was congratulating Matthew on his, both he and Carrie got Emmy nominated. And so Reese Thomas wrote back and said, I have spent a long time looking at this text and here's what I've managed to suss. You're trying to send this to Matthew Reese. And I was like, that's absolutely right. But then Reese Thomas was so excited. I knew Matthew Reese because they both Welsh.
Are they?
And yeah. And so Reese Thomas was like, when you text Matthew Reese, will you tell him that his early success was the first time my parents thought you could actually leave Wales and be in show business?
I mean, yeah. Can I say one of my favorite memories? And again, this is all just name droppy shit, but we've already talked about both Carrie and Matthew. when Mari was casting him in Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, we went out to dinner with Carrie and Matthew and all got pretty sloppy, which was great. And I was like, we're in The Americans. I was so excited.
They're the best. But you texted him. I cut you off. You texted Matthew.
I did. He was very happy. I mean, the whole world has been like, you're amazing. And then I was like, I also think you're amazing.
So good, though. I mean, he's so funny in real life, and he's played such serious people.
He's really funny. I mean, that show is so half and half. It's like so funny.
Yeah.
And just like joke, like real big swing, dumb comedy. And then terrifying. Just absolutely terrifying.
First of all, I'm very happy for former SNL writer and incredible improviser Neil Casey, who's involved with that show. Mm-hmm. Got a part on that show as the innkeeper. He's so wonderful. It was great to have a reason to reach out to him and tell him how rad that show is. We had Stephen Root on my show. And of course, Stephen Root, also so wonderful in Barry, News Radio. Guy's been at it forever. Office Space.
He's so good. Oh, fucking Office Space. He just completely becomes a different character. He's like a totally different person. I like the fact that I don't remember him from Office Space, but like massively funny guy.
But here's the craziest thing. It was the first time he'd ever been on a talk show, a late night talk show.
How is that possible?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Really?
It had to be by choice, right?
I just maybe think he was, I don't know, in that weird like third or second lead for a long time. You know, there's never been a Stephen Root show per se. He's just been a assassin from the 3-point line, you know?
Yeah, he's been good forever.
Yeah, but anyway. And we had another one this year who had also never done one, which was Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's crazy.
Josh and I had him on family trips, and at the very end, he mentioned he'd never been on a talk show. And he'd been so great for an hour at family trips. And then he said, yeah, it probably wouldn't be good. And we booked him immediately. He's also Kingpin in Daredevil. He's great in that. And he was great. He was genuinely great. But he also talked about doing Full Metal Jacket and watching how hard Kubrick was on actors. And he sat once in like Video Village with Kubrick while an actor did the same scene 50 times. And I said, well, Kubrick was being hard on him, right? He probably got it earlier. And D'Onofrio went, no.
Wow.
He needed all 50. He was like, the best one. The best one was the last one. I'm like, God.
Keith, what's the max you've done takes-wise of like abusing an actor as a director?
Oh, never on purpose, but when we really haven't found a thing.
Have you passed 20?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
But they were with joke alts, not with the same thing over and over.
Right.
But it was painful because it was when none of them, I think, are working, where I'm like, nope. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, now try it this way. Nope. How about if it's this? Nope. And then the actor can tell it's not that it's because we're all laughing like, oh my God, that's so funny. What if you do this? And then it's like, oh, and it's like, that was the most fun half hour. We did 50 jokes. It's more like they start knowing like, oh, we don't have any. And that's why it's still going on, which is way worse.
Those are rough. I mean, it's when you want a ringer. I've definitely done it before where you're like shooting everybody else. You spend all the time and then you have one person that you're like, ringer. Run series, which just means saying like a series of lines. You go through like the entire scene. I hate working like this, but like give me 5 different versions of this line, move to the next line. But oftentimes you get shafted in the industry right now because do more with less time.
Yep.
But having a ringer, you're just like, and great. That person is fucking killer.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine being an actor who has a dramatic scene and the director does not feel like you are bringing the emotional weight or truth to it, and just having to do it over and over again must be just
like Kubrick style or whatever that. Or
that's where it just
like Shelley Long, like just being driven into actual madness.
What was Shelley Long's madness?
That was in The Shining.
Yeah.
I think he was just making her do like 80 takes to where she would like lose everything.
I'm kind of a Kubrick head here, and so I don't want to like pull like history rank on you guys, but it's definitely Shelley Duvall.
I was.
That's what I meant.
We know each other so well. I was hearing Shelley Duvall.
Yes. No, I know.
You mean from Cheers and Outrageous Fortune? Is that the Shelley you're
and
doing?
Seth, I had meant Shelley Long.
Oh yeah, you were talking.
I'm like, is there some true Beverly Hills story I don't know about?
Look,
like,
here's the thing. For a guy who's in Hollywood, I don't know a whole lot about Hollywood.
Real burrito brain on Shelley Long for Shelley Duvall.
Oh, I wish it was that, Seth.
Yet I just knew it, who he was talking about. Guys, here's a question that I saw in our list of questions that can just be answered.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to ask it. It's from Lynn. Hi, guys. I have 2 boys, 10 and 12. We recently introduced them to some Lonely Island songs. The family loves Threw It on the Ground, but we always argue about a certain lyric. In the part where someone offers him the latest energy drink, are the lyrics pump that garbage in another man's face or pump that garbage in another man's veins? Yorm?
Veins.
That's right.
Thank you so much for the question. That is a great question.
Ding, ding. Yorm got it right.
Nice.
The Apple Music lyrics say that the word is face, but that's not what it sounds like when Andy's singing. So we settled that.
Well, I guess Apple's going down the tubes, right?
Yeah, about time.
Probably some AI bullshit.
I had a few little notes before. I talked about swimming, my swimming a mile and not really swimming a mile. And a British, what do we call Crumpets?
The quids.
Right. The quids. There it is. One of the quids said that they did it, but then I've had this issue before on late night in corrections where the Brits call a buoy a boy. It's pronounced boy.
What?
Oh.
And I just feel that's so jarring because if you're talking about, again, like that bobbing boy in the middle of the ocean.
But do they actually say boy, or is it like an accent thing? Like they're saying
I
buoy?
think maybe you like Flava Flav. Do you think they're like boy?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
What if a boy is drowning near a buoy and they're trying
That's
to
what.
and they're
That's
trying
the
to
exact
explain
point
it?
I made on corrections.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
Yeah.
I guess they call it a lad. They never say boy.
Right. That lad's right near the boy. We gotta say
You know what I blame? Brexit.
Brexit? You think this is a Brexit issue? Yeah.
This is a Brexit thing.
Do you know about Jimothy the raccoon? Has that crossed your not working on late night
Is
talk
that like
shows?
a meme, Seth?
It's kind of a meme, yeah.
Cool.
There's a raccoon called Jimothy, but somebody did just, Quaid said, what if Jimothy is an elf?
Oh.
I just like that he does kind of look like an elf.
I'm not looking him up right now. I'll be the judge.
So, Seth,
Yeah.
for an actual content of this episode, just
Yeah.
me and Yorm are saying that there's 2 choices. There's Nintendo Cartoon Hour, which is something we made before the Boo for Channel 101.
Yep.
When it was a monthly challenge, but before it was episodes of a TV show.
Yep.
So it's one of our earliest, and we did that once before with the 3 of us, and I thought that could be fun. And maybe we save We'll Kill You for a time when we get stuck, just me and Yorm.
Okay.
But those were the 2. We'll Kill You is the 3rd, just 2 guys.
I did watch Nintendo Hour, and I think it's really fun and would love to talk about it.
Okay, great.
But I don't want to just rush into it because...
No, I just wanted to give a little bit of promise to the
Right.
people that, don't enjoy that we ramble for 30 minutes.
Oh, this was a way to build in that there was at this point, hopefully, now that we've decided it's the title of the episode. But I don't want to rush by the fact that Christopher Nolan was on The View
He was.
and he name dropped MacGruber.
Oh, yeah. It got re-brought up.
It's so nice that he's serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've obviously heard how much he likes it, but to hear it coming out of his actual mouth. And I've talked about this on the pod before. He sent a very nice email for the table read of the TV show about how we were embarking on something truly magical and special, like whatever. It was so funny. But to hear it out of his mouth, wonderful.
Well, also, and I highly recommend, we'll put in the show notes, but it's so lovely that in the sort of basking glow of the Odyssey, he takes time to say with authenticity how hard comedy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy who just made a movie that looked harder to make than any movie in recent history. And you can tell he's genuinely just so impressed by the craft of comedy.
I will say this, when you were talking about that moment where you're on set and you're with an actor and they know it's not working and you're working on a joke, that's a fucking painful moment. I feel like with drama, you can kind of be like, well, I'm feeling it. And like, maybe that's working, maybe that's not. But like when nobody's laughing, you know it's not working.
Or you can trust the script in a drama. Like just go, if you just say the lines and there's music, I know when I read the script that the story is so compelling, we're going to be fine. Whereas in a comedy, you're like, uh-oh.
So you're saying we're geniuses.
Yeah.
All of us on this pot of geniuses.
I would constantly on Naked Gun be like, I'm no Chris Nolan, but on Naked Gun, I'm Chris Nolan.
Oh, so that's maybe a confusing way of saying it.
Yeah.
I'm no Chris Nolan, but here,
On this piece of shit.
I'm Chris Nolan.
Seth, here's a question from Monifa. Hi, Liliana and Seth. I recently saw Seth had Taylor Swift on his show and they got a picture together.
Yeah.
A comment on the post made me notice that although Taylor was wearing at least 3-inch heels,
Giant
Seth
heels.
was still standing taller.
Yeah.
Google says Taylor's 5'10", Seth is 5'11". So I was hoping you could clear the air and let us know who's lying about their height.
Okay,
Seth,
classic,
put it out there.
Classic forced perspective. I was just like a foot away from the camera. She was about 25 feet behind me.
Got it. So it was kind of like those scenes in the second Bill and Ted's
Yes.
Excellent Adventure, their bogus journey,
Yes.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Where they just do those forced perspective sets, or in Elf where they made Bob Newhart look small. Now, what room is that you guys have that like shrinks as it gets further away? So it looks like the ceiling's the same. But
Expensive, but worth it.
As far as budget, like the money we spent that I wish we could have back for something else, we did spend too much on our forced perspective room.
Right.
Because we've only used it the one time.
This is the first thing you ask for, right? Look, if I'm going to do the show, I got to look at least 2 inches taller.
Somebody, I will say, I read that comment too, Keeve, and they're trying to bust me on lying about being 5'11". I will tell you that I'm 6 feet tall. And if I get any...
I was about to say, I thought you were taller than 5'11".
Yes. I'm 6 feet tall. I've seen that photo. I'm also a little shocked at how it looks like we're the same height. Because she's very tall and she was wearing very high heels. I don't quite know. Maybe she's doing it like a courtesy slouch on my behalf. But the thing I hear the most when I'm out in the world is people say that I am taller than they thought I was, which I think is just
I get that all the time,
a side
too.
effect of the fact that I do most of my television I've done sitting.
Right. You do your monologue sitting.
I sat my way through SNL, and now I'm sitting my way through late night. And so...
That's actually why I sit down on the train, because I don't want to unnerve people with how tall I am.
That's really...
Respectful.
You're
It's respectful.
You're a sweetheart.
Thank you.
You a sweetheart. We were talking on a text chain. I do want to say that it wasn't getting a lot of traction, but there was some support for the idea of doing a version of the Odyssey with MacGruber.
As Odysseus?
Yeah, or a dude who knows Odysseus
Yeah.
and is now trying to prove he can do it better.
Fuck, man.
I mean, I do
just trying to
always
get there,
love a
man.
main character. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Come with me, please.
Oh, do you think we should go back to Sparta? I don't know what happens in the Odyssey.
No, I haven't seen it yet, too. I should clarify.
Definitely a lot of like MacGruber maybe getting a boner inside the Trojan horse.
There's room for 10 men, not 10 men and my boner. It's too small in here. Perfect MacGruber.
Somebody wrote, and this is again, I feel like a classic Pyrrhic victory for Andy after his rants last week. I feel like I should stop listening to the pod in support of Andy. So I like that. That's what he's helping.
That's what he's leading people
That's
to.
definitely the lesson you should learn. Is it's too hard to schedule, so stop listening.
Now, Seth, do you ever do the New Yorker mini crossword
I
puzzle?
don't. I can't believe it's true. I read this too. Is it really true?
Well, we can put it to the quiz and see if we're being tricked or not. So John sent a screenshot. There's no date on it, I don't think, from the a Thursday mini crossword, a Thursday. The 25 across, the clue is word after BTS for fans of BTS or Quaid for fans of the Liliana and Seth Meyers podcast.
Wait, is that real?
The answer was Army, BTS Army.
Fucking
Quaid Army.
This is so dope. You know what? Do listen to the pod, regardless of how
I
hard
think
it
it's
is.
real. I mean, this looks legit. It'd be a lot of trouble for John here to lie to us about this.
I mean, a very similar 300, right? That's the movie.
Yeah.
The Gerard Butler, Zack Snyder directed film.
The difference in the size of the armies in that movie is the difference between Quaid Army and the BTS Army.
Yeah, but who wins, David or Goliath?
I mean, I do think we're Sparta in that one.
Yeah. Underdogs.
I enjoyed this. I Googled while you were looking, Keeve, New Yorker crossword mini Quaid Army. Mm-hmm. And the first result was New York mini crossword puzzles and then a lot of word. And you know how it's sometimes a Google search, it says which words are missing?
Yeah.
In my search? It just said missing Quaid Army.
Yeah, thank you.
We need the date. We need the official date so we can go back and look at it. But while we are focusing all our attention on New York Times trying to Winter Soldier us, I mean, the New Yorker is a sneak attack around the back.
Someone says it's from April, but that means it's real.
Yeah.
Oh, like that note was from April that he wrote to us. But that still means it's real.
Yeah.
And the reason we don't remember, because it triggered all of us into our
Right.
our fugue
sleeper
state,
cell.
yeah.
It woke up our sleeper cells.
Yeah.
How would we remember?
I probably killed so many people that night.
It was just a day we woke up with bruises and disoriented. We were like, we don't know what the hell.
I told my story about telling that punk kid at Fanatics Fest that I wouldn't take a picture with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than one person said that I sounded, the kid sounded like a young Mulaney, and then I also sounded like Mulaney telling the story.
2 millennials.
Yeah, what is that sound? It's
I mean, I think it's
snot-nosed,
like, hey,
entitled.
man, hey, mister.
Yeah, that's snot-nosed and entitled.
And then me being like, and then I said no.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's a real,
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
that was a real
I
one.
hear it.
He said, 1 black coffee.
Somebody wrote, apparently based on, again, Andy's rants last week, apparently I am the Andy of my mom group. I don't know, just everything about that made me happy.
I'd like to hear more about what they're trying to schedule for that person.
Do you think Lynn's mom put the hyphen between Lynn and Manuel because she was worried people would think he was Superman?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's get Lynn's mom to get on the pod.
All right, so it's official. I've got the mini crossword April 30th. Literally says word after BTS for fans of BTS or Quaid.
You know why that's fine? It's because BTS Army's so famous. They were like, this is just funny to give a second
Yeah.
reason that will just be a joke.
I mean-
for a shout out, I'm sorry we didn't look earlier. You know?
I mean, shout out to Kate Chin Park.
yeah, 3 months. We're like 3 or 4 months late, but that's.
I mean,
you know,
just
respect.
know that is.
We get there, you guys. We eventually get. Thanks, Caitlin.
I mean, that was great. I also said this year's World Cup was the first time 2 Spanish countries played in the World Cup. A bunch of people pointed out the very first World Cup was actually that. And whoever told me that news was
yeah,
lying
but
in
you
my
count
face.
differently, right? Like that's 0 and then 1.
I also don't know if like back
Oh, right.
back
He
then
started at-
they
yeah.
spoke
He
Spanish.
does start at 0. It's like how in Korea, when you're born, you're 1 because they like count. They count in utero, like so you're 1 when you're born.
Exactly. It's the reverse of that.
Right, right.
And you always go like, yeah, but that was World Cup 0.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't cut
That was a gimme.
Hey, I have a question here for Yorm from Elizabeth.
Oh, great. Thanks you.
To my fearless Quaid Army leaders, super important and time-sensitive question. Of course, I don't have a date on this. From a longtime and loyal member of the Quaid Army. What's Yorma's go-to order at Buddy's Burrito? My husband, a longtime and loyal Quaid, is also seeking out this potentially life-changing intel. Thank you for your service to this country and to comedy. Forever hoping to be burrito brain.
Well, as a true patriot,
yeah.
It's so boring. This is the most boring answer, but I get the Brooklyn burrito. But I make sure don't get it with lettuce ever. I don't think that one comes with lettuce, but never get a burrito with lettuce as a just general rule of thumb.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then when you came on my show, you brought me one, and it was ice cold.
Yeah, you cut out one part, which I'm still a little upset with because I also slowed down the show significantly to hand Wally a burrito too, which is why I brought out a fanny pack, an orange fanny pack, which you can see in the footage. But like I then interrupted you to unzip it and give Wally a burrito. Got cut out for time.
Somebody pitched a new way to say put it in the show notes, which is note him in the scrotum. Oh, just got that.
Great.
Well,
That's
that's
helpful.
nasty.
Somebody wrote this, and now I can't remember what the demo was, and if I'm missing something, but they said, when Lynn sings I Am Moana at the end of the demo, what song is he referencing?
The song is called I Am Moana.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if I'm missing.
Are they doing like what's that song where Santa gets run over by the reindeer again? Is that a reference? A deep hot rod reference?
It is. Sometimes I just like the way they sound when you say them out loud.
Yeah.
All right, Nintendo Fun Time dudes. What do you...
Yeah, let me look it up. I was just trying to think of things that Andy wasn't a part of.
This one requires a little bit of blast from the past time machine stuff.
Oh, there's a thing called, real quick, sorry. It was pitched that you would enjoy your Frozen Dead Guy days. which is coffin races in Estes Park, Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people would probably enjoy that. Sorry,
Yeah.
is that like coffin flop, but with races?
I think it's like your toilet race. That I think it's that
your
with
bed-
coffins,
your
bed
your
race.
But they
slumber
do
race.
it with real dead bodies, I assume, right?
Yeah. Real dead bodies, and they're being chased. The races, they're being
Now, is
chased.
the days like DAYS or days like I'm in a daze?
DAYZ. Sorry, DAYS. Sorry, yeah.
DAYS.
Yeah.
Normal days.
Days.
Got it.
Normal days.
Well, can we suggest that you change the name to a Z?
Yeah, or just start a rival
Coffin
one.
Days. Yeah, that's cool. I'll check that out.
Do you guys want to hear Greg's intro before we go into it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure,
So Greg sent a new. Is it an intro for the? What's it an intro to? What are we introducing?
It's just the episode intro.
All right,
Got
great.
it, got
Thanks,
it.
Jeff. It's always great to get Jeff on the pod to fill in. It's a good reminder when we're like, "Hey, we could replace Andy," and then you get Jeff on, and you realize, nope.
So mean.
Seth, you're the master at starting off sounding like it's a compliment, and then it just nosedives immediately.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah.
By the way, Jeff, I don't even think when I started, I knew I was going to burn you.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I think
I knew.
I felt so authentically like I was complimenting you that I realized
Yeah, it's
pulling
like
the
as
rug
he's
out.
talking, the fucking knife is coming out
Yeah.
from the side.
It just occurred to me it'd be more fun to.
All right, well, here's the fucking intro.
K-Tel presents The Lonely Island, sung by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't sleep, motherfucker, on the neck of the bourbon. Doing 120, getting head while I'm swerving.
Damn, Arnold, you're a crazy guy.
You shut the fuck up before I nut in your eye.
Volume 1 gives you all their greatest hits.
It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, girl. It's my dick in a box.
Akiva Schaffer says, this is the way I always envisioned these songs would be.
Some poser hands me cake at the birthday party. What do you want me to do with this? Eat it. Happy birthday to the ground. I threw the rest of the cake too.
You'll also get fan favorites like
Yes, I. Ross Trent. Bada ding, 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 whoa.
Don't miss this one-of-a-kind opportunity. Here's how to order. Send cash, check, or strong gift card to P.O. Box 11476, Los Angeles, California 90036. Offer only available to members of the Kuwait Army.
It's a little bit of a bummer that the funniest part of our show is by our jingle master.
The one person really trying. Do you think that was a real PO box for him?
I hope so.
Yeah.
He threw in a PO box. I'm assuming it's real. Strong gift cards. Someone wants to send him a gift card, Cheesecake Factory over to Greg Chun.
Yeah.
I really hope he gets more jobs off of this pod. He deserves it.
Yeah, my God, that was great.
Bada ding, 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 wow. Jesus.
I also like that the real Arnold Schwarzenegger was kind enough to give us a tag, and then we've just dragged him through the mud. Like we've just.
He's not going to check this.
No, he's not.
Also, we're celebrating him. I don't know what you're
We
talking
are
about.
celebrating. I want to make it clear we're all gigantic fans.
Bada ding, ding, ding.
Bada ding ding. All right, that was great.
Wow.
All right. So, Nintendo Cartoon Hour. This host is from 20 years ago, but that's not true. It's older.
Well, explain how this came about, Keith.
So, we've told part of the story of Channel 101 in those early episodes, but we'll just tell it again because it's been over 100 episodes. But basically, we moved to LA. We were all assistants. We finally got agents. Our agents introduced us to the only people they introduced us to almost that whole first year was Dan Harmon and Rob Schraub. Dan went on later to create the TV show Community and then co-create Rick and Morty.
Oh, shit, he did Rick and Morty?
And then Rob Schraub also worked on Community a ton, and he's one of the most creative people I've ever met. But he did not create Rick and Morty, but he's very creative. And so these guys had this community of people that we've talked about that did this thing called Channel 101, which was just a way, the internet existed, but not like today, where it was a bunch of people get together at some bar once a month and show each other 5-minute creations they've made as a way to kind of incentivize and encourage each other to stay creative while you're facing the many no's you get as a young person trying to get writing jobs in Hollywood. And that was honestly kind of the one and only, because it was, I think our agent was almost exactly our age and had no clients except for them, and then also had us. And so we went out and we got wings, hot wings and beer, and immediately knew that they were doing something that was very up our alley. And one of the first ones they introduced us to pre-Channel 101 was they would just do a theme. And the one we missed was Batman, where everyone had to do whatever their version of a Batman movie is for 5 minutes. And then the week or month we got to join was do Saturday morning cartoon, whatever that means to you. Saturday morning television. So it could be a live action Pee-wee's Playhouse style thing or a cartoon or anything. And we wanted to be a part of this, but had no kind of clue how to pull something like that off with nothing. We were just broke in our apartment. And we had a Nintendo NES that someone had given me, and we had played the shit out of it because it's all we had. And we had a high 8 camera, which is kind of a lost, cursed version of cameras because it wasn't VHS or beta like the big tapes, and it wasn't yet mini DV, which were really expensive still. It was kind of what home camcorders would be on, which was a tape basically the size of a cassette, an audio cassette tape. Do you remember those, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
Were they that big?
They're like kind of in between. And that was our camera.
I shot my SNL audition on one of those and then had to go transfer it to VHS at a Kinko's.
Wow.
That's exactly right. I think we shot Andy's audition when we were just rehearsing it on this. So we had this one little camera that like any of those really early videos that you've seen that look really bad from our apartment are shot on that
Wait,
camera.
what was the XL1? What the XL1 was on those tapes, or was it was on
our
the little
friend
smaller
Graham owned the XL1. That was a Canon camera. That was like the first really good mini DV camera that like I used in film school and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And that's what we borrowed for like Football Town. That's why it looks better.
Right.
Anyways, we realized it had inputs like the little RCA plugs, and you could actually record TV onto the little tape or whatever, anything you could play out onto RCA cords, which is what an old Nintendo or an old DVD or an old VHS had. So we realized we could play Nintendo on the teeny little screen on this camera if we wanted. And we realized, oh, we could just play the games we have, and then without knowing what the, I'm putting in quotes, story would be, we would just get a bunch of footage from these games and then import it into the computer. And then we could use our mic and just create something kind of, what do you say, like just kind of the flow, stream of consciousness.
Yeah, I feel like we were making this up as we went along, just like with VO.
There's also some cutting and pasting and graphic work.
Yes. Once we had the footage in there, then we were in Final Cut Pro like 1 or 2, one of the first iterations. And you can do
0, right? This is before it started.
Yeah, so it didn't count. This was a gimme.
Well, the third, Final Cut 2 is actually, some people call the third because the first was Final Cut 0.
Right. They called it Final Cut Gimme.
Yeah, it was, Final Cut Gimme. Then there was Final Cut 1.
It was called First Cut.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people call that beta, but do you think they called it World Cup Beta now that I'm remembering?
Now that you're finally remembering.
Finally 1.0 came out.
Wait, so Keeve, did we mat this? Like what we're looking at is the very beginning of this.
Yeah, we would use like really, I don't know how we were even figuring it out. But so what we would do is we would do a still frame. So it just became a JPEG.
Yeah.
And then we probably would go into Photoshop and just cut it out and then bring in the JPEG. Or in there with the JPEG, I think we would just use like a garbage mat kind of thing and just try to cut it out.
This looks too complicated to do with garbage mat, though. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and some of them are moving, so we were doing some version of animation on some of them.
Yeah.
I have no idea how.
I don't remember.
But anyways, so that's what it was, yeah. And then again, stream of consciousness, we would be like, oh, let's start with Kung Fu. What does he sound like? Well, he's just standing there. What does it look like? Like, oh, how about he's on like a beach? And then we had sound effects too. So we would just be like, all right, how does that feel? And we would just start putting it in. And we're like, what can he do? He can look left. He can look right. He can duck down. He can move his feet. And so,
and just the two of you here, or is Andy involved as well?
I feel like this was just me and Keeve.
Yeah, for some reason, Andy was not. Yeah.
I mean, the animation stuff kind of always slanted that way. Like me and Keeve were a little bit more into it.
We
Gets
dorks.
nerdier. This
Animation
is
was what podcast is for him now. He was like, I don't want to do animation.
well, it takes a lot of time and energy, and it's a pain in the ass. I mean, like
He was just never the editor type.
Yeah.
Period. He kept being like, I just want to go see Lord of the Rings. And we'd be like, all right, dork.
Well, but hey, by the way, though, like for this first image, what is this game? I don't.
This was, I think it was called Aerobics Dance Challenge, but that's
why did we
Kevin,
have
will
that?
you Google NES aerobics games? I'm telling you, we had gotten tons of stuff for free.
It might as well be the Body Fusion game. That looks like they
looks exactly
adopted.
It really does.
Yeah.
And by for free, I don't mean like someone had given it to us as like free product. I mean like it was so out of date and obsolete that somebody had given it to us because they were like, I'm going to throw this away.
By the way, if anyone's throwing away their NES, I would love it too.
Oh, speaking of, did you mention what you got in the mail from your old friend Seth?
Oh man, Seth jumped on when I mentioned that I loved the Bash Brothers poster, which is them in the Coliseum standing on it's like a Blues Brothers send up or ode to, I guess.
Yeah, it's combining two of the great things in our lives.
Oh my God. And it's them on an Oakland police officer's car. It's like a old squad
in the
car.
middle of the Coliseum.
The perfect old squad car.
But they're dressed like the Blues Brothers.
Yep.
And I mentioned it on the pod, and then my buddy Seth immediately bought it somewhere and sent it to me. And thank you, Seth.
You got to frame that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wanted to make sure I got an old one because some people are like, doing prints of it.
Oh,
right?
my favorite part of it, Seth, is that it has the pins that someone used to push into their wall in the 80s.
Not just the pinholes, it came with the pins.
I wish it came with the pins. It didn't come with the pins. So
I'll get you the pens.
thanks, man.
Kevin confirms it was called NES Dance Aerobics, and it was 1989. I don't know if 1989 was part of the title or what.
It's so funny. Whenever anybody, you younger Quades who are listening, you're like, what was 1989 like? People thought kids wanted to play aerobics games.
It was called like a family, entertainment system. So.
But it looks like a game that would have been played on the Power Pad, right? Doesn't it?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Look up the Power Pad, guys.
There was a Power Pad thing, which was a mat that looked like Twister, like the game Twister, that you could unfold on the ground that almost nobody ever had.
I was going to say Dance Dance Revolution, but yeah, Twister. It looked more like Twister.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of circles that I only even saw with my own eyes for the first time from this set, way after this was, obsolete. I think, just to give a shout out, I think it was my friend Sharon who gave it to us.
Oh, thanks, Sharon.
All right, here we go.
Great. BOs. Keep.
So that's Excite Bike music, right?
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Oh my God. We played so much Excite.
Great game. And then just her little dance, and then, yeah.
Fuck you!
Oh God, what a beautiful day.
I mean, also, Seth, kind of the same way you think about the audience at SNL, but almost the opposite. When you know it's going to be 150 people somewhere in like East Hollywood, just drunk, watching this on like a Sunday night on a big screen, you want to put in just things that right away are going to signal what it is, like fuck you right off the bat.
Also, it's so funny. And again, you have explained the technology. And it's also what? This is 8-bit animation back then? 16-bit?
8-bit.
8-bit. And you're zoomed in so close.
Yeah, in a way that you've never actually seen.
It makes me think we didn't have Photoshop because we would have cleaned that up if we had had.
Immediately, the first shot is so blurry and off-putting, and yet you hear Seabreeze and Yorm's voice, and I watched it today. I immediately liked it.
It's also funny because we're just basically creating JPEGs out of the footage.
I don't think that's photoshopped at all. I think we're just now just zoomed in on the video.
No, 100%. 100%. But like we're sort of creating something out of nothing because it's a close-up and then to wide.
Tell you what, this could be on the wall at the MoMA right now.
This could be.
By the way,
You walk in there and you would tell your kid, you go, that's from Kung Fu. I used to play that
Guess
game.
what? It's in my wallet. I bought it as an NFT. It's one of my most beautiful NFT.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that NFT. I also have a JPEG version in my wallet, but it's not the real one.
Oh no, I know they look identical, but I'm the guy who has the real one.
Mine's worthless.
Mine is paid a pretty penny.
All right, here we go.
Oh God, what a beautiful day. Smell the salt air. Oh, that's a big one.
Is that T&C Surf and Skate, maybe?
oh my God.
Again, Kevin, you could give us the names of these games when they come out. It's just called Dance Aerobics, not NES.
I'm glad I wore these pants.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So you can see some of the
there's
green around that from however we
Maybe
extracted
if I
it.
stay perfectly still, he'll pass right by me. That was awkward. Okay, Steve, just keep cool. There's a cat in a tuxedo surfing.
I definitely, not knowing what it was. So we have the Kung Fu guy. We cut in a mushroom guy walking. And then you're like, there's a cat surfing. I thought the premise was your Kung Fu guy had like dropped acid because everything in his world was
It
very
does feel
strange.
a little bit like an acid trip.
And that moment of like, just ignore the mushroom that's walking past me and then the cat.
He's certainly acting like that.
Do you guys have any memory of how this is playing to 150 drunk
I
people?
think it did okay.
No, I think everyone, no matter what, is going to be friendly, but I don't know that it's getting laughs.
Gotcha.
Maybe he was.
For playing for a room, it's very quiet.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were getting, but again, there's no, There's no retro laughs. There's recognition, but it's not as though you're leaning into what anyone's memories of these games were.
No, we're totally repurposing.
Yes.
I think the joy is that we're repurposing them in a completely weird way. And
Yeah.
honestly, while we were doing it, we're like, at least we thought no one had ever done it before. And I don't know if that's true or not, if someone could call us out. But in our mind, we were like, I can't believe no one's ever done this before.
Yeah.
Like, it felt a little inventive.
Do you remember how we actually recorded the VO? Because I don't remember us having a mic that went in straight to the
I
video.
bet you we did it into that boom mic we had. We had that like $200 boom mic.
Yeah, that's right. We had one mic.
It sounds great.
Moving on.
Come on, let's go.
There she is.
Ooh, aerobics dance challenge. Nice moves.
This is the thing you used to always do with this character.
You are the superior dancer.
Booyah. Oh, Steve, you have got
Making
moves,
his
dude.
classic punch look like a booyah fist pump in backwards is pretty
Okay,
good.
the part that I'm the most impressed with is that her mouth, when we're making her talk, maybe she talks in the actual game, but the mouth is blurry on both frames, on the up and down.
Yeah, I'm guessing we took that mouth and just copied it and moved it a little. So it's still all made up of real Nintendo blurry pixels.
Yeah.
So that they're just next to each other. I don't think we could have drawn that in any
Yeah,
way.
it doesn't look like, because it does not look like we had Photoshop. But man, maybe that's just shitty Photoshop.
What's the hip hop track that I know I should know and don't?
It's by Milk.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
MCMI. People call me Milk. What's the name of the song, Keith?
I'm racking my brain. That's what you got it good. So if you understood, it's going to get to it in the chorus. Stop looking and looking hard. I got a brand new bodyguard. Fuck me.
Didn't it
Kevin,
get
look
sampled?
it
I
up.
feel like he got sampled by
It's classic. But why am I blanking on what it's called?
You are the superior dancer.
Booyah. Oh, Steve, you have got moves.
Steve?
Carl.
Hey, Steve. How's it going?
Great to see you.
Yeah. So, you down here for a vacation, or...?
No, just some quiet time by myself.
And your kids? And your wife? Still?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was good talking to you.
You take that!
You're always good at editing, man. Not to brag, but the hard cuts on the music at the end of the Milk song, and then hearing a little of the Mario music just for the underground when the guy falls in.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I mean, part of the joy of this was like just cross-pollinating games. Like you're like, hey, that guy doesn't belong in.
Yeah, but choosing when we're putting in video game music and when we're not, like the Kung Fu music's not in here at all. It's creating a good vibe. Speaking of good editing, I went to the Academy Museum and watched Downhill Racer.
Oh,
You know,
And?
yeah, Robert Redford.
Yeah, Gene Hackman and Robert Redford.
Yeah.
And it's edited by Richard Harris. And Jason Reitman did a Q&A with him after or before the movie. And it was really funny. And because it's a very good movie, but it's an editing movie. Like almost like Lost in Translation, where you could tell they just went out and filmed a ton with a story that's there, but it almost feels realer than a normal movie would feel. Because it's just, I don't know, there's so many scenes that are like a shot.
Yeah.
Because clearly they just were shooting all the time, just piles of footage and finding it in the edit. And he said that they found the whole ending in the edit, like how they were going to end it. And it's one of the best parts of the movie that people remember. So it's an editing movie. And it's kind of edited like this. So shout out to a legend of editing who also went on to edit Titanic and Terminator 2.
Oh, so he did all right
And
for
do you
himself.
think if somebody went to Richard Harris and was like, oh, I heard they were talking about you in a podcast, and yeah, they were complimenting their own editing.
Yeah, I'm saying
And
this
then
is
they,
Richard.
And then they
Well,
started.
that's what editors have to do, Seth, because nobody shouts them
This
out.
is Richard Harris-esque, is what I'm saying.
Is it true, Keeve, that when you were editing, you said to Jorm, I'm not Richard Harris, but on this?
Yes, I'm Richard Harris.
I'm Richard.
That's exactly what I said.
Call me Richard. Let's back up real quick. So that is a very classic song called Top Billin' by Audio 2.
I looked it up too. I had it ready to go.
Right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, but we should know that.
Well, it's one of the most classics of all time. But we do know that as soon as we do it. But it's when it's been like 50 years since it came out, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, shout out to the member of Quaid Army who was there, who gave me a very quiet, respectful Quaid Army.
Nice.
Carl. Slight problem for Steve.
Richard Harris couldn't do better on that.
All right, Steve, don't freak out. Let's just take it step by step. Okay.
This is where earlier I said I thought this was going to be about you on acid. What it becomes is so much better than what my initial thought was.
It could be both.
From here on out, I am very impressed that this has the arc that it does. So you've punched and killed Carl.
It was an accident, but yeah, manslaughter.
He's laying at the
Also,
bottom of
you
the
were
ocean.
great, Keith, as Carl. I'm assuming that was you.
Yeah.
Really good.
Thank you.
And I just like everything that happens from here on out. This becomes a real film noir. We've seen everybody you now say that saw you, we have watched them see you.
Yeah.
It's weird to say that, but this is very different than anything we ever made before or after this.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely its own thing.
Steve seems to be the leitmotif that
Yeah, so it's our
continues
favorite name.
through your work.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Don't freak out. Let's just take it step by step. Okay. Who knows we're at the beach today? Well, there was that cat, walking mushroom, and the aerobics dancer. Carl, of course, but he's been taken care of. Okay.
So
Of
dumb.
course, there's that 2-on-2 beach volleyball tournament. Oh, shit.
Seth, because we had all the NES stuff that you wanted when you were a kid but could never afford or even knew existed because it had been dumped on us, that game came with this extender piece, like a splitter, and you could play 4 players at once on the NES. Do you remember that existing?
I do not. I feel like being a little bit older than you, I think I was probably playing 4-person games.
On the original NES?
No,
because it
definitely
only
not.
could plug 2 controllers in.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't know it existed. And then all of a sudden we were given this thing and we had the power pad that we could be on and we had this 4-way beach volleyball game.
It's so crazy though for even that early generation shit. There were so many games that were made for it and so much shit that you like didn't ever get to. Because I mean, there must have been hundreds of thousands of games for NES.
Yeah, that seems like a good guess.
I think we were given the machine and a couple games and then like we're at like a Salvation Army and found a box. That's where all this other stuff came from.
This is also, I think, a real good lesson here is that you guys had no money, you could not afford equipment, and yet I believe you all thought you were kings because you had all these free video games.
Whoa, for sure.
We didn't know that it was bad for you to take Kava Kava pills and drink Budweiser, but we knew it made you feel great. And we had this.
We were definitely drunk a lot of the time.
There was this giant bottle when me and Andy got to Jorm's studio apartment in LA that first month, and we were looking for the apartment that would become the Lonely Island. And we had no jobs yet, so we're looking for jobs, we're looking for an apartment, but really we would just eat canned chili, drink bottles of Budweiser, and take Kava Kava because it was a big jar for Jorm's anxiety probably sitting on top of the fridge.
To make it worse, just to give some context for like how lazy and shitty our lives were, and I'll take full credit for how awful this is because it's me. My toilet broke for like a month. This is before Annie and Keith moved down. And I just was peeing in the shower. And this is like right when I met Mari. So she came over and I was like, yeah, I just pee in the shower. Like I didn't fix my toilet for like a month. I don't know
What about when you had to drop the
I
deuce?
went to the theater department at UCLA and just would go to the bathroom there. I didn't.
You'd be like, oh my God, I really got to go. I better get into work.
Yep.
Huh. Yep.
Low points.
No, I mean, 20-year-olds, this is what they're supposed to be doing. But just any 20-year-old listening, just know you're doing great.
Yeah, you're doing fine. It's fine. It
2-on-2
gets better.
beach volleyball tournament. Oh shit. Just put one foot in front of the other. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Hello, mushroom. Top of the morning. Perfect. No one suspects a thing. Now just get to the car. Steve, where you going?
Good music.
I'll just call Stacy.
So the over-the-top game, Spy Hunter, that I know. This one looks like Outrun, but I don't think Outrun was on the Nintendo. That was a big. That's a
this
Sega.
was Outrun though, isn't
No,
it?
Outrun is a convertible, and you've got a blonde babe on your side.
Yeah.
And I think it was Sega's Outrun, right? Seth is ringing a bell.
That looks,
You might be right. I mean, this was like a Testarossa, right?
Yeah, this is an Outrun-esque driving game that Kevin hit us with the name.
Dude, how cool. Back in the day, how cool was the Testarossa? Ferrari Testarossa. Was
So
like
sick.
the coolest car ever.
So I watched this morning when I was trying to decide if it was something we should do. And when it got to the helicopter sounds and the police radio and the overhead, like, following OJ police cam, I was again, I was like, I know we always said we're not Richard Harris, but fuck, watch this and tell me we're not.
A big part of it, though, is that music, boom, boom, boom. It's like, it's great. It really has some drama to it.
Yeah.
Stacy. Oh my God damn it. I dropped my phone. Just under the seat. I feel like I can reach it if I just put my right arm underneath.
And he crashes, and that's the end.
It's great.
Whole story.
It's really great. Also, very similar. And I did not obviously make this connection when I watched it earlier today. Very similar to the end of Downhill Racer.
Yeah.
And can you believe we both found those during
Just
editing?
in the edit.
Like there wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, well, we got the footage. We need an ending. What are we going to do?
It's very good. Going from in the car to the overhead is just great editing.
All right. I'm going to read you some editor Richard Harris's films. This was only his second film, was Downhill Racer. And it was in 1969. He went on to do The Candidate. That's another Redford movie. Also about like a competition to win, but at the end you're like, what is winning?
Empty winning.
Empty winning is what.
Kind of a graduate type ending.
Smile, which I've been meaning to watch and haven't, which is, I believe, about beauty pageants, and it's similar themes. And Bad News Bears.
Oh.
And those are all with the same director.
Great.
Michael Ritchie, who I think Reitman correctly was kind of saying like, he should be in the conversation with like Hal Ashby and stuff.
Yep.
Just, he did all those movies. He also did Fletch.
Wow.
The Golden Child. Fletch Lives, L.A. Story, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Bodyguard, The Last Action Hero, True Lies, Titanic.
Jesus, that's phenomenal.
And the X-Files movie. And then I bet you he retired because that's 40 years of work right
What do you
there.
think he...
Or no, that's 50 years of work right there.
What do you think he was like in the edit? Like, just what his vibe was?
I think he was like...
No, let's do it this way. That's how I picture him. Just like another Lorne.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just in there like... Good one, Redford.
I don't think so.
Hey, Jimmy Cameron. He actually did tell a story. He'd be like, yeah, on Terminator 2, we would edit for a while. And if we were hitting like a dead end or we were trying to rethink a scene, we'd get on our motorcycles and just drive up the PCH for a while, stop, get tacos, talk about the scene, get back on the motorcycles, come back down.
God, love
And usually we'd have thought of something.
God damn it. Different days.
Holy shit.
Whoa,
And now the studios are like, we think if we just Uber Eats...
Uber Eats,
tacos?
and also like your director's cut should actually be like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, just think of that next time you get on your motorcycles. That kind of counts against the 7 weeks. But, like, you know, obviously, if you guys have time to do everything plus the motorcycles, do the motorcycles. But, you know.
By the way, Keith, so he was cutting on actual film then, right? From back
Of course.
then?
Oh, yeah.
He made all
Those
the
are all
moves.
cut on film.
That's hard to do, to be able to like update in that way. That's very impressive.
I mean, I don't just need to repeat this whole Q&A, but he told all kinds of amazing stories. Like basically he had to fly to London because they were up on the slopes just getting crazy footage. And they just gave him like piles and piles of footage and were like, cut a scene.
Fuck.
And basically he recut a scene that they didn't like that they had.
Right.
And they were like, that's it. That's the movie. And he was like, okay. That's how he said it, not me. Like, just like,
This is an awesome dude.
yeah, just being like,
Oh, okay.
I cut the scene and they were like, that's exactly what we want. And I was like, okay, great. Because that's what I do. It was like, really?
What a G. Oh, my God.
And they're like, this is why we don't do a lot of these editor Q&As.
He was actually the one of the better Q&Ers I had seen.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it's really good, guys. I really enjoy it. It's definitely one that anybody who's listening is going to have to go check out. This might be the biggest Quant Bump. What are we at numbers-wise right now in this one? Let's
great
check before we
question.
Quant Bump it.
All right.
Before
So
we clump it a bump.
at the time of this broadcast, we are at 1.3 views.
1.3 million.
At 1.3 mil.
Okay.
Yeah, not 1.3.
Yeah.
The one time I watched it through and somebody watched
Somebody was out early.
1/3 of the way through. Yeah. Here's a little technical tidbit. I don't know if they still let you do this, but here's the thing. We were early on YouTube. Everybody knows it. It's in the history books, guys.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, they gave us access in our account, which I don't know if we still have or not because it's a little bit moot, to go back to videos we had posted when it would only do 480p, like low res, and without ruining the view counts, without changing the URL, without posting a
very
new
important.
version.
Oh, this is fascinating. Yes. I didn't know this was possible on Akiva fucking magic.
Yes, and it wasn't a tool, so to speak. It wasn't like I could just do it and it would work. How it would work is the following. I'd make a new clip, list it private, upload the video. It had to be time code exact to the one that's already on there so that it wouldn't mess up anything. And I believe it was just a video swap and the audio stayed, but I'm not 100% on
Yes,
that.
that's correct. That is correct.
And then I would have to basically call and email our YouTube rep and be like, yo, here's the link to the standing video that has all the hits. And here's the one I just did that's private. Can you do the swap? And it would take like a day or two. And then all of a sudden, the one that was unlisted would disappear. And the one that had been posted in 2003, miraculously, before YouTube could do HD, now is in HD, even though I might have done that 10 years later.
Without fail, this was always the most flabbergasting part of being friends with Keeve, where he would describe something that was possible, and you'd be like, how do you know that? What even triggered in your brain to think you could do that and then to execute it? It was like, it's just like, what?
I have no idea, but I've never heard of other people doing it. And we did it to a lot of our old videos. And they weren't made in HD, by the way. Like, this being in HD is pointless. It was SD. It's Nintendo. It's 8-bit Nintendo. It's in SD. But I just wanted it to be the highest quality version of it. It's like getting a Blu-ray of some old thing shot on video.
That's what you call never letting the bone out of your mouth on that one.
Yeah.
Just to go back to early days of me and Akiva. Akiva also, earliest version of Photoshop I've ever seen. I don't know what you were fucking with back in the day when we were in high school. Me and this dude made fake IDs.
No, it wasn't Photoshop. It was PowerPoint. Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Our friend Noah lived in North Carolina. IDs were way shittier. And we made fake IDs for us and all of our friends. We went to get a italicized gold stamp with North Carolina. We were very detailed about it. They worked.
But without Keeve, I would have never thought that this was possible.
We made true North Carolina driver's license, Seth, and they worked from scratch in our house using everyday things and like a Kinko's. We would laminate it.
So we also got pictures of ourselves.
Yes.
And then like the only problem was when we went to Kinko's, it like made all of our pictures blue. So we all looked like sort of Smurfs. And then I remember us being in Reno, Nevada with us and all of our dudes. I got carded. I looked like I was a fucking child. I mean, I was 16, 17 maybe?
Yeah.
And got carded. I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking done for. Guy comes back after like 5 minutes of like testing it to the books or whatever the hell. It comes back and he's like, I'm sorry, sir, what were you drinking? I was like, a rum and Coke.
Do you remember, Seth, that bars used to have a book that had detailed pictures of the 50 United States licenses?
It's like, what was the map everybody in LA used to have in their car?
Thomas Guide.
It's like that. You can't believe that's how it used to work.
Yeah.
That there was a big book.
A physical book.
And to what you're saying, so what we figured out we needed to do, because there was the signature of the governor and another little seal. And what we figured out we needed to do was on a piece of clear plastic, like that your teacher would use for the overhead projector. So you can print on those. So we scanned the real license. We carefully cut out the signature and stuff, sized it exactly right, and would print it on clear, whatever you would call that, kind of clear paper, plastic paper that's really thin. And then we had a stamp made that was gold, that was literally the seal of North Carolina at exactly the right size. And then we would take a Polaroid of ourselves, and you can peel off the very top of the Polaroid, and it's still the photo. It's just incredibly thin.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
So we cut it and then peel it and then place it on so that to your finger, because one thing they would always do is rub a fake ID.
Yeah.
And if they felt ridges, they would know it was fake. But that thing was so thin, we could place it on there. And our early ones was a photocopy where we would just put it on and then photocopy the whole ID. But because we would put that other transparency layer on top, it would kind of hide everything because it looks so real. There's a signature on top. There's gold on top of your photo.
We did a very good job.
And then you would use the hardest laminate at Kinko's and be like, I'll just laminate it myself. But sometimes we had to give it to the guy and he'd go, okay. and we would just laminate them ourselves. But like,
they worked.
Yeah. They would say we were from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. And we would be at liquor stores in Berkeley just fucking buying 40s.
Oh my God. And then, by the way, like years later, I was driving up the 5 going from UCLA to the Bay, which I did all the time. I got pulled over by a police officer, like skidded up behind me in the Taco Bell parking lot. All my buddies are with me. I'm in this like 1977 Plymouth Volare boat of a car. He's like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, was it reckless driving through the gas station? He was like, yeah. And before that, and I was like, was it rolling through that stop sign? He was like, yeah. And he was like, let me see your license. So I was like, oh, what if I don't have my license? And he was like, out of the car.
Why didn't you have your license?
Like, yeah, I'm me, man. And so then he's looking through my wallet. I don't have my license in my wallet, but he's like looking through my wallet. He's also like at one point dangles the handcuffs to my friends in the car because I'm like, can my friends get out? And they're like, no. He's like, no, they're staying in the car. He's like dangling the fucking thing because he's like, I found another felony that you didn't have the registration, blah, blah, blah. And then he's looking through my wallet. He finally lets my friends go in. He looks through my wallet and then he's like, yo, what's this? And I was like, oh shit, you're just finding everything today, aren't you? I was like, that's my fake ID. And then so he busts it out. And then I was like, yo, we made that. Like, I don't know why, but I'm like proud. And he's like, you made this? I was like, no, no, not really. But
That's way worse.
He takes it out. He's looking at me and I'm like, this is the most white privilege story fucking ever. Because I'm like, I think I'm going to get off. And so the dude, he takes it out and he's like, what do you want me to do this? And he was like, he was also like, the last person who gave me one of these is in jail right now. I was like, you found that. I was like, I didn't give that to you.
Yeah. You didn't pretend it was real.
He picks it out. He's like, what do you want me to do this? And I was like, I could just cut it up right in front of you. Like, I'll throw it out right here. And he was like, nah. And he just hands it back to me. I was like, you're just going to let me keep this?
Hell yeah. That's like the end of Death Wish when they're just like, brother, go to Philadelphia and do your magic over there.
And then after that, so the only reason that's me off is because I actually had my license number memorized. So he's been calling it in this whole time, right? So like he's just waiting for like the dispatch. So he's waiting for it. And at one point he's trying to get my VIN number and he's like brushing, my car is filthy as shit. So he's like brushing the thing off to like see the VIN number. And I was like, oh man, I was like, you don't need to do that. He's like, I'm not cleaning your car for you, man.
Everything about this means you should not go into a life of crime. I would say you misplayed every single part of this.
Oh, Seth, the worst part is like after.
It seems like he played it just right. He charmed this guy's pants off.
I'm like, thanks, man. Like, I was like, do you want anything? I was trying to bribe him with Taco Bell afterwards. I was like, do you want anything from Taco Bell?
But what did he give you? Just like a ticket for the for the driving?
Got nothing. Got off on everything.
You were trying to post bribe. You were like, you'd gotten off.
I was just like, hey, man, like, thanks for the hookup.
You're like, we're friends now.
I'll throw in one last crime to see.
Yeah, one last crime. And then he was like, nah, man, I get everything there for free anyway. And I was like, okay. Very cool.
Yeah, they want cops in there.
Anyway, fake IDs worked really well.
Oh, shit.
Do you think, based on the fact that you guys made them for your friends and stuff, that there were liquor stores in the Bay Area who were like, man, these boys from Kitty Hawk love their 40s?
Yeah. And they're like, boy, they're young looking. They must get I don't know what's in the water at Kitty Hawk. These guys look 15.
I mean, I'm sure I was like, I'd like a gin and tonic, please.
Yeah, they grow them small in Kitty Hawk.
I feel like one of ours said we were from Pimpsville.
Oh, definitely.
But on an official license. And you're just like, well, why make it worse? Yeah. Which is literally like a McLovin thing, but that was 10 years after this. So,
God damn it.
I don't know. Like, why did you choose a stupid thing?
Yeah, we're like, we'll get away with it. It's fine.
I guess my question is, are fake IDs still a thing? I know the like using your older brother's ID when he gets a new license and you look enough like him. That's fine. Not fine, but that's...
You can get real ones in New York for like $400. For real. Like ones that scan.
Yeah.
But that's a different level. That's like
real crime.
Yeah, actual fake ID.
That thing, I remember you would run like reading your finger the bumps. Like my fake ID had so much, like the ridges on it, it was like lumpier than like a grandpa's wallet. You know what I mean? Just like, if you run, just like.
Every element you could feel just being sucked under the laminate.
Yeah. It was like you would run your finger over like it would be like an EKG fucking bar.
Did you guys have friends who like where they had a fake ID, but it was like somebody else's that was handed down?
Yeah.
Like Mari had this where first year I met her, it was like she was 19. So she had a fake ID and she would have to do this super stupid smile.
She'll look like
because it was the only way she looked like this person.
Yeah.
And then whenever she'd do it, they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
It's so funny because for having a book behind the bar to check it, the other thing you should say is like, hey, if they're ever making the exact same smile from the license,
maybe don't.
That's not them. Wearing the same shirt. Well, this was just lovely. Oh, hey, a couple things. First of all, Jack Black.
Spelling bee. Hey fellas, I can't remember what day you recorded, but Saturday clean, Sunday bailed too short, Monday clean, Tuesday 2 hints, Wednesday 2 hints. Later, Arnold.
Obviously, can't wait to hear how that went. But also, Yorm, could you reach out to our friend Hamilton Whiteman? He had some news in the last episode about his health. He said he'd tell us more later.
Yeah, he said he was dying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he said he was dying. Do you think you could get him to send another voice note just with, whatever information he's willing to
do that right now.
share? All right, great.
A bit of unfinished business, as they say. No, I had told you of my dire health prognosis. Deserves an explanation, and here it is. I, on a dare and a whim, licked a sea slug. This particular slug had not lived a healthy life, and his health inadequacies were transferred into my system, and there's nothing they can do. My organs are shutting down one at a time, and I have very little time, so I wish you all the best. If I am not able to return another message, please pray to me in whatever god or demon you worship. I need all of the luck I can get.
And wonderful, guys.
All right. Well, hopefully we have Andy back next week.
Yeah, I hope so,
Yeah.
too.
And you know what? I do want to echo what Seth said. Like, Andy, great points, and I love you, man.
Love you so much.
You're the best.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Love you too, Seth.
Love you.
Later, Arnold.
Later, everybody. This is really great to be on the show. I love what you guys do, Seth and Andy and Jorm and Akiva. You guys are fantastic. And all the Quades, I want to thank you for everything you do. You're great. Quade Army.
Later, real Arnold.
Later, Quades.
Michael Jackson, anything to add?
Hi guys, okay, it's me, MJ. First off, I want to say that Akiva asked me, well, what era are you from? What MJ is this? This is all eras of MJ, okay? This is Jackson 5, this is the early aughts with Scream, me and Janet. This is omnipresent MJ. It's very confusing what's happening here. Anyways, Jorma did not tell me to say this, but even though he may not look too bright, he is very good at the New York Times spelling app. Andy crushes him pretty much. Andy's also, he's getting lazy, so he's not appearing on the podcast because, he's become slothful, which, as we know in the Bible, is a sin. I don't know what he's doing, playing his video games or whatnot. And listen, I get it, okay? I love video games. I absolutely love. You know what I like is Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? That's my favorite. With a plume and all the power balls and all those things. I actually did the music for a Sonic the Hedgehog game. You can look that up. Need to Google that, okay? Okay, I'm going to dinner with Elizabeth Taylor. Keep it clean and classy, and God bless.